Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the Genesis. I'm going to be installing Android stereo system in the Genesis, so let's get to doing that. Alright, so what we'll be installing today is this Toto head unit, and to install it I have the dash kit and a wiring harness for the Genesis. I'll have everything linked down in the description below so that it's easy for you guys to find it. Alright, let's get to unboxing this head unit. Sorry for the sun. Looks like it comes with a backup camera and a mic. Might not install that today. Might make a separate video to do that. Wiring harness. I think that's a GPS bar. And mounting hardware. Mic. I think that's a bezel. Trim bezel. Instruction manual. And last but not least, the head unit. Don't look too bad. Alright, so let's get to taking the car apart and get to installing this thing. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do, you're going to remove the bezel around the shift knob. Once you get that popped off, then you could just remove the radio surround, and it just pulls off as well. And as you can see in the back here, there's the two connectors. You just pop them off. That one was a little bit harder to pop off there. And then you remove the harness for the climate control. And yeah, and the cigarette lighter as well. Once you get those, it would just come all the way off. Then if you look at the radio, there's 4 screws, 2 at the bottom, and then there's 2 up top. But to get to it, you have to remove that top bezel around the clock. There's a speaker back there as well, so you want to remove that first, and then you could remove the 2 screws at the top. So you want to be careful when you're popping it off. That's why I put that little foam piece there to protect the dash. It doesn't get scratched up. And if you look from the top here, you can see the 2 screws or 2 bolts holding the top part of the OEM stereo. So once you get those 4 off, you could slide out the stereo. So as you can see here, I'm using a magnet to help take the screws out from there, because you don't want to drop those back there. You would never find it unless you take apart your whole dash. So I'm going to use it to take out the top two here, and then we can slide the radio forward and then unhook whatever connectors we have back there. Alright, so as you can see back here, we have the OEM harnesses for the radio on the left side there. Then they have an antenna and one more plug on the right. Not sure what that one does. But once you get those removed, then we could get to wiring up the aftermarket stereo. Alright, so we got all of those removed. These are the plugs that came from the back there. 3 on the left side, and then the antenna, the radio antenna, and the one other plug on the right. Yep, once you get those done, then we could get to installing the radio. Alright, so now we're going to open the dash kit. It comes with the bezel that goes around the radio. Also comes with the brackets that you would need to mount the new stereo. Comes with a bracket in case you're installing a single DIN. Comes with that as well. Then you have your wiring harness. So I'm gonna wire up the harness to the part that I got for the Genesis, so that it's like it plugs into the factory Genesis Coupe harness. That way you don't have to cut any wires on that side. Also, with the harness that you ordered, if you look on the back of the package, it would show you the colors and what they go to. So that would help you match it up with the one that comes with the stereo. This is what I'm telling you at this point. So this here is a kit that I got off Amazon. I'll link it in the description below. This is what I'm going to use to connect the harnesses together. And after I connect it with that, I'm going to use some electrical tape to tape around it to isolate it, so that way you have no shorts. This tool also came with the kit. Once you put it on, you'll see how I use it in the video. It makes life a little bit easier compared to trying to twist all the wires and tape everything. Makes life a little bit easier. So I'll get to wiring this up, and then I'll get back to you once I am finished wiring up all the wires together that I'm going to be using, and then we'll go from there. So here it is all done. Now I'm just gonna add electric tape around the ends so that they can't short out on each other. And once I get that done, I'll get back to you guys. Alright, so I'm all done taping up all the connectors with electric tape. I also connected the amp wire that's gonna be plugging into the separate part of the harness, since there's 3 pieces on the left side. So now it's time to get to the install of the radio. We're gonna plug it in, check to see if it's actually working, and then go from there. Alright, so first I'm gonna run the mic that we're gonna plug into the back of the radio. That should help to improve the sound quality. Yeah, it does have some noise canceling capability, so because there's a little foam around the mic itself, so that should help with the quality of your sound, say when you're in a call. Alright, so before I do anything else, I think I'm gonna try this out. See, just remember the brown one goes on the top, the gray one goes at the bottom. Let's put the gray one in first. And the brown one. This one I think comes here. Yep. I'm gonna check to see if this thing is working before I continue. As you can see, it does work. Nice. Well, as you can see, it works, so continue with the install. Alright, so tried to figure this out. So what I did was, these brackets in here came with the deck, and these came with the bezel. So I had to trim off a little piece on the front. There's a little loop thing on the front here that I trimmed off. On the other side I didn't do it as neat because I didn't want to take it off again, but there's a little piece that comes around here and you just cut that off. And then you could adjust it a little bit more. So I was just trying to find the best place to put it so that the deck isn't sticking out too far where the bezel doesn't want to go in. So now I'm going to tighten this down a bit. I'm going to tighten this down and then install it, and then we could finish up transferring over the hazard lights, the passenger airbag switch, and climate control over to this side. So from the OEM one, so I'm going to get to doing that now. So to get these out, just have to push this in. I don't know if you can see that. I just push, there's two little tabs on each end. You push them in and it slides out the front, like this one. There you go. And you just simply transfer it over to this one. There you go, that's one piece transferred. I have to transfer this one over, the climate control part. Just 4 Phillips screws in the back, and same goes for the tray and the cigarette lighter. I'm racing a bit against time here because I don't know if you guys noticed it got a bit darker, and that's because it's about to rain. So just trying to get this thing done as quickly as possible. And that's it. Looks OEM. Alright, now let's just plug everything back in and it'll be good to go. Alright, so most of it is back. As you can see, it fits pretty well. Only thing I would say is the gap down here is a little bit off, but well, can't complain too much. Yeah, so just gonna put that part back up there, and that would be it. Right, so that's it. Had to leave in kind of a hurry there because it started raining, but yeah, install is easy. I'll link everything that I used in the description below, including all the little extra tools that I used. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.